Eddie, obviously the biggest item was the 5A proposal to reunite in four sports. Didn't occur. Very close in basketball, not so close in the others. First, your reaction. Any surprise, not surprised?
I'm not surprised. If it had passed, I would have been as surprised as I'm not surprised now. You just never know when you come to the convention. You hear what may or may not happen once you get in here. People have a chance to get here and network with one another, which they don't normally see each other, minus the electronic communications across the parishes and across our state. So I'm not surprised at all. And now we know what we need to do as an association to continue working with what we have in place.
What kind of proposal can take place now to possibly find another way to get this done?
I don't think there is one. I think that we tried to, I say we, the association, with cooperation with this case with the 5A, as well as the 1A, which they pulled that proposal. As you know, I really don't know. I've been here 7 years, and we've tried different directions to try to peel this onion one way or the other. And at this particular point, I think it is what it is at this moment. We got to find out a way to make sure it continues to be best for all the student athletes involved, whether they're select or non-select.
Do you feel like it's distrust, Eddie? Do you more than anything else, or do you think it's misunderstanding, or both?
Y'all been here a lot longer than I have. I think there's been maybe there is some mistrust, but I truly believe that the staff that we've put together, the board we have now and together, we've enforced the rules. We're getting ready to pass 59 more of them today, and I haven't talked to anybody that's called upset that told me the rules are good. How that goes. It depends on whether your ox is being taken to the altar and being gored, on whether you like the rules or not. So we're going to pass a bunch more today. And it's my job to continue to enforce those, and I will continue to do so. Anything that's passed, I'll continue to do so like I have to this point. So I don't know if it's trust. I don't know if it's just this an animosity that's deeper than anything that Eddie can do as the executive director, maybe the LHSAA can solve at this time.
Is this issue dead, Eddie, do you think?
In my opinion, it is dead. I think at this point, how many times are we going to bring it back? I think this is one that was legally we could do in class and try to maybe stair-step it, come back. Start with the big boys, big boy football, if you will. And it didn't happen. So,
how disappointed are you?
Well, my stance on the scenario, and when I got here 7 years ago, believe it or not, it was to try to bring everybody back together. We've different ways to try to do so. It's just not going to happen. And I thought this maybe was the last opportunity to do that. So maybe the conversation should change from how we're going to bring back together on what we're going to do as we move forward. And I think maybe that's what we need to take head on now. I think that's staring us in the eye, and I think that's what we got to do.
It's a multi-sport issue, and yet you have been public about 9 championships being too many in football, and you've been public about wanting football championships all in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Talk about that.
That is correct. I don't care what anybody says. If the state of Louisiana is very fortunate to have the opportunity to play state championship football in a venue like the Caesars Superdome. Other state associations now across the nation, for example, where I came from, Nevada, they now have the Las Vegas Raiders. Guess where Nevada played their state championships this year? In that venue. So I think they do it in Indianapolis, they do it in all states that have that abilities. They play in those venues. So I think we were spoiled to having that venue. And we're going to continue to stay in that venue, and if individuals want to play outside, so be it. But I was just notified in the 1A, even though that did not pass to bring everybody back together, they unanimously voted that from this point further, they want to be included in the Superdome to play their championships. So we will acknowledge that and get that done as we've done before.
9 is too many in your mind, championships?
Well, the state has 5. We have 7 classifications, 5 in football. Now we have 4 additional divisions, and one of them is going to play with us. So that's a lot of championships. But we still ordering trophies and handing them out.
Thanks, sir.